Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're detailing the Secrets Moxché Playa del Carmen. It's an ultra luxury resort located here in the Playa del Carmen area. It's all inclusive and a sister property of the Impressions Resort that I've already detailed here on the channel. We want to check out everything there is to do here at the Secrets Resort. The pools themselves are absolutely incredible. This is definitely one of the most unique resorts that I've ever stayed at, and I've stayed at literally hundreds of them around the world, detailing them for the channel. If you love this type of content, if you love full resort tours, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out. So we're going to start here at the very front of the resort. No matter if you're staying on the Impression side or the Secret side, you're going to arrive here. Someone's going to greet you with a nice welcome beverage and escort you over to the check-in area. Now, Secrets is broken up into two levels. So you have the regular Secrets rooms, and then you have Preferred Club. So I'm going to show you all of those areas that you get as part of Preferred Club here in the video as well. But I love this entry area. It's absolutely stunning. Has beautiful views of both the towers. So if you're staying in the Secrets area here on property, you're going to either be above this video being shot right now or in this tower over here to the right. And you're already surrounded by probably the coolest feature here, which is this Lagoon pool. It's extra deep at 10 feet in some places. It's got a nice beach bar that we'll show you in just a bit. It's got lounge chairs all around it. Really makes you feel like you are just in this secluded lagoon, which is amazing. To the right is a World of Hyatt check-in desk, which is very nice. And then over to the left is the main lobby for Secrets. So if you're a globalist, you're going to get upgraded to the Preferred Club. That's the top level of the World of Hyatt program. I recommend everyone trying for it if you can. It's 60 nights stayed or a bunch of nights earned through credit card spend. So it's possible for a lot of people, even if you're not traveling on the road 2 solid months a year. But the Preferred Club is going to be located here on the ground floor. It's going to have a small little buffet, as well as some concierges to make your stay extra nice. And then we can head up to the top floor to check out the Preferred Club pool and restaurant. So the Preferred Club is kind of the middle level here between Secrets and Impression, because Impression doesn't have a Preferred Club of its own. It has its own separate tower with rooftop pool extra service. The Preferred Club here in Secrets isn't going to have your own butler like over in Impression, but I just found that I don't necessarily need a butler on vacation, but a very nice pool. As you can see, incredible views of the ocean and Cozumel beyond. So you're going to have a really nice area here, great spot for pictures and a full dedicated bar staff and restaurant. So now I want to head down to the ground floor and begin our tour of all the public spaces available to you at the Secrets Moxché. Took me a while to learn how to say Moxché. It's kind of a weird word. It's got some Mayan in there, so I asked, and that's how you say it. So very, very fun thing to learn. But here's the lobby bar over here to the left. I gotta admit, I never came back to this area after shooting the video. There's just so many bars and restaurants here on property, and they're all located next to the pools or in some cool environment. So I just never came back. But this is located right next to the convention centers here on property. So if you're lucky enough to be doing a convention here, kudos to you. It's going to be a lot of fun. The Market Cafe is going to be the full buffet here on property. You have a ton of areas here. You've got pizza, sushi bar, you've got ice cream, you've got all sorts of things open for breakfast and lunch. So it's a very convenient option and just an absolutely gigantic spread. So this is definitely what we look for here on vacation. A nice, easy breakfast option. Get your omelets, get your fresh meats, and I gotta say, everything that I had here on property was absolutely incredible. I thought that all the food quality was really good, and it should be, because you're definitely paying for it here. It's definitely one of the more expensive all-inclusive options available out there. So I found it nice that you do get a nice experience for what you're paying for here. And when you grab your plates of food, you can come out to the patio and enjoy the beautiful views that you have of the Lagoon pool and the Secrets Tower over there to the right. So really beautiful views. It's going to be a little hot if you're here at certain times of the year, but overall, just an incredible looking experience here. I can't wait to go explore this with you guys. If you're looking to book here, by the way, we do run a travel agency here at Jackson Jet Setting. You can reach out to us at jacksonjetsetting.com/book to receive a free quote. Now let's start exploring some of the restaurants here on the first level on the pool deck. Ember is going to be open for dinner. It is the resort's steakhouse. And the first thing you're going to notice in here is, wow, this does not look like a typical all-inclusive restaurant. It looks like a 5-star restaurant, and that is the theme throughout this entire resort. It's absolutely incredible what they did with the interior spaces here, and the food definitely matches. Now, I didn't get a chance to eat here during my stay, but I definitely would have on a longer trip, and you have plenty of restaurants to enjoy if you're here for 5 days or a week. So plenty of options. Suki being the next option that I explored. You have your hibachi, of course, very popular option. Then you have an extra charge here restaurant. It is an omakase experience. It's called Tanoshi. So it's going to be a very small bar. You're going to have multi-course meal. Very fun that they have this option here. Now, I wanted to try out some Mexican food here and really see if it felt authentic. So for my night here, I did want to try Dos Almas, which was the Mexican soul food restaurant. And they had an amazing bar as you entered. Again, the interior space here is just incredible. And then overall, I felt like the service was a little slow, but well-intentioned, and the food quality was definitely there. A large menu. It's got some interesting options on there, too. This is not just chicken quesadillas and things like that. You have some Mayan options. So they're really bringing in a lot of the culture into the food, even though it is an all-inclusive experience. And then outside, they actually do tacos just kind of to go in the dinner hours, just in case you didn't want to do a full sit-down meal and you just wanted to grab some tacos before heading to the room. Some shops nearby, and then heading into the spa here. This is a cool option because if you're a globalist or staying in the preferred club at Secrets, you're gonna get one hydrotherapy session per stay. So that's a 50-minute circuit through the hydrotherapy. They show you all the things that you need to do. You have a steam room sauna, and you got someone just watching you the whole time, which is pretty fun. You have the fitness center in here as well, which is fully covered. You don't have to pay any extra to go visit that. So they have apples and cool towels and all that stuff that you look for in a high-end luxury resort, which is great. And then here's the outdoor spa area. I thought it was really unique that it was all outdoors. We had great weather this trip, so it was really, really relaxing. It was a cool spot to hang out and just a beautiful entry area. Now, heading back out of the spa area, we're going to go explore a few more things around the resort. Hoop Jewelry is going to be your jewelry shop, obviously not included in the all-inclusive package that you booked. But I love the pathways here. I love all of the stone that they use. It just has all these meandering paths that kind of encourage you to get lost, which is really fun. But make sure you stumble your way into the Dark Horse Sports Bar. This was one of the coolest sports bars that I have seen at any resort anywhere. 2 stories, massive bar on the ground floor. You have pool tables, you have multiple seating areas, tons of games when games are being played, foosball, and then one of the coolest, most unique experiences that I ever had at an all-inclusive, and it's a full golf simulator. So you can choose different courses to play. They actually had someone from the activities team acting as your caddy, which was super nice and very surprising to me. So they didn't let the guests just go run wild with golf clubs. Probably a smart thing, given that it is open bar. But a really cool experience. Definitely recommend doing that, and it's all included. Behind Dark Horse is going to be this interior atrium that's kind of open air. And it's going to feature the Coco Cafe. This is going to be the 24-hour coffee shop. You also have some snacks in here. So you have some croissants, different baked goods, some small sandwiches that they can heat up, as well as ice cream. Again, a very high-end looking Starbucks, if I don't say so myself, and it's all included. Across the way from the Coco Cafe is the Wine Boutique. So it's a wine store, but also a place that they do wine tastings and different beverage tastings. Very high-end room to do that as well. So pretty cool that they have that. It is an extra charge though, so just keep that in mind. I felt like they were kind of expensive, over $100 a person. Another restaurant we're going to check out here, open for lunch and dinner, is Bamboo. And so this is a vegan restaurant, but they can add meat to any dish. It's going to have Southeast Asian cuisine. And the cool thing is it's located kind of in the lagoon and on top of the lagoon. So you got these awesome lagoon views here from lunch or dinner. Definitely a cool place to stop by. I didn't get a chance to dine here, but when I come back, this is definitely where I'm going. One thing to keep in mind is all the seating around the lagoon and really all the pools that I experience on the Secret side here do get quite busy. And so if you do want that preferred beach chair, to definitely get down early and reserve it. I don't like people reserving seats and not using them though, so just don't be that person. But yeah, it does get quite busy, and it was a little annoying arriving later in the day and not being able to find a seat. But all these jungle trails are super fun, and it leads to one of the cool areas here along the lagoon before we leave it, and that's the Lagoon Bar. And so they have a full menu here, Mai Tais, all that sorts of margaritas that you might want. Pretty fun. But there's a number of different types of pools here, all different. So you have the lagoon pool, kind of has that natural feel. That's definitely what they were going for. But jutted into that is going to be this ultra modern feeling pool with a much darker bottom to it. This makes it feel like a high-end hotel. You have a couple of chairs out there to enjoy right next to it. But some of the sides of the pool are actually glass, so you can actually see the people in the pool, which is kind of interesting. And that actually sits on the other side on this smaller shallow pool that has hammocks that drip into there. So pretty cool. All these different pools that lead down to the beach area. The whole place definitely going for that Tulum aesthetic. So you have all these netted little walkways and lots of jungle around you, letting it feel all overgrown. And this area was cool because there were different areas that you can escape to. There was really shallow pools that you could just sit and read a book in. They had hidden hot tubs, even hidden seating areas. And it was a good way to cross the different sides of the resort because you do have these pools in the way a lot of the times. So it can be a little bit of a walk getting to where you need to go. So just know that there's maybe sometimes a path that you don't actually know exists that can get you to where you're trying to go. Now, I did mention that the Impression Resort is here as well, so you do have the tower over here to the left looming over you. If you are interested in staying there or seeing what the experience was like, you can check my full tour on the channel of that experience. Some of the same clips going to be in there, but you're going to have the full Impression side of the resort as well. Now, as we make our way to the next pool, there was that little excursion shack available there, so if you want to book an excursion to go snorkeling or head over to Cozumel for the day, you can definitely do that there. Lots of mangroves here as we make our way closer to the beach. This is one of the main pools here at Secrets, and I think it has the best swim-up bar available. It's got this giant palapa, oversized, that gives in a lot of shade. Very important on some of these hot summer days. Not a ton of seating around the pool either, so just keep that in mind. And then the final pool before we hit the beach is the main pool at the resort. Also has a swim bar called Manta Raya. I'm going to say that this pool in the summer was one of the hottest pools I've ever been in. So not my favorite, but people were definitely enjoying it. So that is an option there. And then that leads over to the beach area. So plenty of beach chairs and cabanas available for rent on the beach. The beach chairs themselves are free. You also have a few palapas available, and they have waiters roaming the whole beach area, which was pretty cool. One thing I will say that I did not love about the beach is, one, the actual water is not that good. They do a great job of raking all of that seaweed that does bother all these resorts along the Cancun and Playa del Carmen coast, but that's all gone. It's just the actual ocean itself here is not all that great. So that's one big detraction. And the other thing is that there were a lot of vendors on the beach trying to get me to do a massage or go on a jet ski or something like that. And when I'm paying this much for a Secrets or Impression experience, I just don't think that's really necessary. So overall, a nice little beach area on the beach, but there are a couple things I think that could be improved. One nice thing is they do have a lot of sports on the beach, though. They have bocce ball, they have different beach games, and of course sand volleyball. But they do organize all those activities in the Hyatt All-Inclusive app, so you can check that each day and see what the daytime and nighttime activities are. You can book certain things that are extra charge at the resort. Pretty good app. It's a little glitchy, but it gets the job done. And if you're going to other all-inclusives, it's all the same app. So I think that's really nice. You don't have to keep downloading the same app if you're someone who's in the Hyatt program like myself. So a very nice beach area. As you can see, they do a great job raking it, making it look high-end. Just a couple things they needed to fix. Now, this is the Sea Soul restaurant, and Sea Soul was absolutely incredible the day that I visited because they were doing their big weekend lunch buffet. So all the different restaurants on property had a little station going. So you had all these different carby options right as you walked in, and of course salad. Skipped the salad, of course. And then I headed straight for the desserts. No, just kidding, but this was the next clip that I made. So lots of delicious desserts here. But yeah, they have the Suki restaurant that I showed you earlier. They had a full sushi bar going. Sashimi right next to it was bamboo, so you had pad thai. Cecil had a booth too for ceviche, so awesome that they had that available. And then Allura, which we'll show you in just a bit, the Italian restaurant had a little pasta station. And then the Steakhouse had some meats grilling, which was spectacular. And then Dos Almas had a little quesadilla section going, also tacos. So you have everything available here, and it was open from like 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. They had some craft beers available for free as well. So really awesome options here, and you're really close to the pool. So once you're done with lunch, you can go jump in. Nearby this area was a small little palapa that was available for like rainy day activities, or when it was too hot outside, you have some foosball and ping pong options. It's a nice place to hang out outside of the sun, which is great. Little pet relief area as well. And then near this was actually some of the cooler pools, I think, on property, though I didn't get to use them. These were these cenotes, and there were 3 of them, I believe, and very deep, very secluded, great for couples. Very, very cool. Heading back up to the main building, though, I do want to show Allura, which is the Italian restaurant I mentioned earlier. So your high-end pizzas, high-end pastas, everything made to order. Really great stuff. And then the final restaurant on this list is definitely going to be a popular option. It's called Bissou, which is the Parisian restaurant here, the French cuisine. So this is going to be the kind of highest end feeling on the inside, though it's all included. So this is definitely going to be a popular option for the couples here on a honeymoon or romantic getaway. Just love the vibes in here. It was cool to at least check out the inside, even though I didn't get to dine here. And I cannot not mention the coolest thing I think here at this whole resort, which is the functioning pharmacy, which is also a speakeasy nightclub. So you have to give the password in order for them to open the door in the evenings. And you head in, and it is a full-blown nightclub here. Very cool that they have a DJ going. I don't think every night of the week is like a full DJ party, but of course on the weekends when everyone's here, definitely something that they focus on. So definitely a cool option. And then right next door is going to be the theater, and a lot of times the all-inclusive entertainment is not all that great, but I did feel like Secrets knocked it out of the park with both the design of the theater, which felt incredibly high-end, all the technology in there was really top-notch, but also the entertainment was really good. So overall, a great experience here at the Secrets Moxché. I do recommend checking out the pricing and see if it works for your next vacation. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.